I've walked under that sign in real life. It's so weird actually seeing the actual sign in Kabukicho.
Kamurocho. No better place for a night out.
The city is exactly as bright as it is in game.
But the brighter
in real life, it's
the darker the shadows.
Like seriously, the entire time I was walking around, I just could not stop thinking,
Town's run.
wow, I feel like I'm walking around in the game. It's weird.
And the deeper you dig,
it's the only reason to wear sunglasses at night.
more interesting.
Seriously, it's so bright.
More dangerous too. Take this burglary ring.
By the way, were you saying something about parkour last episode?
Kicks.
Absolutely.
Word is, they
Don't worry, there will be some parkour-y type sequences.
each other's faces.
And I don't know if you noticed, but I did do a little wall running attack
As for
at
the
the end of
guards,
last video too.
They can't catch a single one.
Oh man, V for vengeance.
The only thing anyone really cares about in Kamurocho these days, though, is the murders. Over 3 months, 3 Kansai Yakuza have turned up dead. Most think it's the Tojo clan, making some kind of power move in the ongoing turf war.
For context, the Tojo clan is probably the largest Yakuza family in the series, franchise, whatever you want to call it.
That's not the only thing, though.
With like 25,000 men.
Most of them were missing their eyes.
They are like the focal gang in the other Yakuza games, but
corner of this city that I run a detective
we're more adjacent to the Tojo this time around.
beside my partner, Kaito-san. Funny enough, he's ex-Tojo. And me? I'm Takayuki Yagami. Used to be a lawyer, but I put that life behind me 3 years ago. As for my badge, it's barely even a decoration at this point.
I fucking hate this city. Wow, look at that product placement from Sega.
Look at that product placement from Don Quixote. That is a real store. It is also very weird walking around there.
Oh man, they should have titled this Dr. No.
I mean, there's a reason this is titled Three Blind Mice.
Is that because 3 black blind dudes walk up to some white guy and murder him?
Eh.
Damn. That's not an official pinball table, by the way.
No, but it is Yagami's pinball table.
I'll scrounge up the rest
Dope.
for you later.
I wish I had one.
What about your cut?
Which
get
which
it.
means yes, there is. You can play pinball in your office.
Gotcha.
But does it have physics?
I'm gonna swing by Genda Sensei's place. See
Don't
You
Yes?
haven't tried yet.
for a lawyer.
I have tried it. It's weird. I will play it at my earliest opportunity for this LP, so you can judge for yourself.
Anyway,
Don't show up empty-handed.
No pun intended.
as a
Here,
local
buy
pro.
some sweets or something. At least go through the motions.
so generous. My boy's all grown up.
Don't mention it, Dad. Now get going.
So yeah, this is Yagami's office. Kind of small. This is also basically his apartment.
I hear they've got some extra fancy dorayaki at the Popo over on Tenkaichi Street. Even come in a box.
Huh?
Well, Genda Sensei's got a pretty big sweet tooth, if you get me.
Right. I'll go pick some up.
And yeah, we're gonna go see Genda. You know, his boss from the flashback 3 years ago.
Right.
And it wouldn't do to show up empty-handed, so you know what, let's go hop over to the convenience store and pick up some sweets. Over on the left there's a karaoke bar. I think it might be an actual one in real life. I don't remember. but we can't go in because, you know, no karaoke in this game.
Ooh.
That's honestly, like, probably my only problem with it, this entire game. But I totally understand if it was a licensing thing.
Should have just stole from the other games they made.
I don't disagree, but oh well. Alright, so we just buy the Dorayaki, and now we can go hop over to Genda's. But first, I wanted to take a look around the convenience store, because... man, I really miss Japanese convenience stores. They really are super convenient. Like, the food you can buy at these is delicious. You can buy your groceries here. You can buy magazines and books. Seriously, you could just live out of these things.
Well, I mean, there's probably a lot of people that do.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, there's a bunch of drinks over here, a bunch of ready-made food there.
Yeah, carrot, apple, leek.
Just about the only thing I didn't actually see here that I remember from an actual convenience store is, like, a rack full of baked goods. And by that I mean, like, you know, sandwiches, pastries, cakes.
No Sega in a can. What is this?
Nope. But hey, they got the they got the feel of Japanese convenience stores down real well. If I had to guess, they probably base these off of, like, Lawson's, as opposed to, like, Family Mart or 7-Eleven.
I like how those magazines clearly showed Game in Space, and Star Citizen still isn't out yet.
Nope.
Hold on there, pal.
I saw you buy that meal.
Dorayaki, yeah? Sorry, but they're mine now.
I can't afford $5 of food. I really need help.
Days. And you just bought the last fucking box. Can't stand for that, right, boys?
Wow.
That's right. The boss really wants that food.
What was that, smartass?
Alright, so this is our introduction to wall running. While you're sprinting in battle, you can run up a wall and then press one of the attack buttons to, you know, just attack off the wall. By default, you can only use the square button, but the game will force you to buy the triangle option. So, yeah. Also, Yagami learns all of his skills through apps.
As you do.
I brought the fight into the convenience store because, one, you can fight in convenience stores now. And two, there's a special heat or EX action.
Warm this up for me.
So dumb.
This is in every Dragon Engine game. It's hilarious. I'm also buying the wall jump throw because that is another important one. All of the wall jump attacks are super important to this game, and you should buy them immediately.
So many abilities. I can't wait for the sequel where you just literally turn into, like, Goku or whatever.
So, yeah. Now that I can throw people from the walls, I can just kind of latch onto them like that. It's actually super useful because it's a great crowd control option.
Yeah, that's it. You're Super Saiyan.
No, we're not going Super Saiyan just yet.
I thought you were just gonna keep low kicking him and be like, oh yeah, I've lost to this so many times.
I totally would have if the game would have let me.
Damn you!
Have you had enough?
Hey! Always getting into trouble.
Captain Hamura.
I feel like we've seen this guy before.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Let go!
So, fun fact about this guy actually,
Our boy Talk here doesn't
this game,
shit without a
when this game originally came out, he had the likeness of, I forgot his name. I think it was like Pierre Taki,
You
who,
dumb jump
I'm drawing a blank on what his roles were, but he was like the Japanese voice of Olaf in,
the Matsugani Patriot.
Let It, no, Frozen?
Know what I'm trying to say,
But
asshole?
sometime after the game came out, he was arrested on like cocaine-related charges,
Damn.
and that was a career ender for him.
This right here.
So, what Sega did was they immediately halted production of and sales of this game in Japan, and redubbed all of his lines with another actor, and gave him a new model so that he didn't look like Pierre Taki.
Kenga.
I feel like you could just do it easier by just like, you know, if
He's a guy.
if you charged him for like cocaine possession, just take all proceeds made in terms of revenue for blah blah blah,
The
are
boss
ceded to the
from
cops or
law
something.
school back in the day.
Maybe. I don't know.
Guy.
The Japanese entertainment business is super like heavy on that kind of thing.
Seriously?
Yeah, makes
That's
sense.
incredible.
Right? Damn shame seeing talent like that go to waste.
Totally.
So yeah, he is
The first
the
thing
captain of the Matsugane family, which is the main family we'll be dealing with in this game.
girlfriend to death. Can you believe that?
He's kind of an asshole, but all the same, I do kind of like him.
Yep. Guy got the death penalty and everything. They get around to hanging his ass, Talk.
Not yet, no.
Oh, what the hell's taking him so long?
Here. This is the money from that detective. The rest is yours. I already took my cut.
Good. You're finally getting the hang of this whole debt collecting thing.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Anyway, how's Kaito?
Fine.
You mind asking him something? How long's he gonna stick around? Not wise to stay in town after you get kicked out of the family. But, I can look the other way since the boss likes you so much.
Speaking of, how's Matsugane-san doing?
None of your damn business, I'd say. Come on, let's go.
Oh, and gonna need your bento box there, buddy.
So yeah, we should actually take this Dorayaki over to Genda. Just like literally every other one of the studio's games, you'll get accosted on the streets randomly by thugs. Although this time, if you take too long in a fight, the cops will show up and you have to get away, lest you get arrested. Also, we took a little bit of damage in that fight, so what do you say we have a nice bowl of gyudon?
I was really disappointed that you didn't immediately hit triangle on, you know, the pros and cons of getting drunk.
We'll get over it. You also cannot overeat. Like, once your health bar is full, you just can't eat anymore until you get hit.
So you went with miso soup, coleslaw, but not a beef bowl.
I thought I went for a beef bowl, but I guess I prioritized trying as many things off the menu as I could. There's a reason for that, I swear, and it's, you know, the more of a menu you fill out, the more SP you get. I'm doing this so we can get more EX moves and abilities. It's for a good cause, I swear.
Yeah, we'll see. For now.
Alright, so, I guess here's a good time to talk about it. One of the main differences between Crane style and Tiger style is that Crane style can't break guards. So if you're going up against a bunch of enemies that lock, then tough shit, you're not getting through. Tiger style is phenomenal at breaking guards though, so you know, use that if you got a bunch of enemies who won't let up. To switch styles, all you gotta do is press down on the D-pad.
And stay down.
So that was fun.
Do the cops ever show up like after you've beaten dudes and they just like proceed to arrest, you know, the troublemakers?
No, as far as I've seen, they only show up if you take too long in the middle of a fight. Like if I've gotten the sirens before, but they I was about to end the fight too, so they didn't actually show up.
Right.
So yeah, in the skills app there are 3 tabs: abilities, battle, and special. Abilities are more like passive things, and special, they're I guess more things that
Story-wise stuff.
not really story-wise, just affect how you interact with the environment, I guess.
Right.
So like there's things that let you, there's a skill that lets you carry more healing items. There's stuff that makes it easier to do some tailing, that kind of thing.
Right. By the way, really disappointed you didn't get Playground Panic.
I'll get it eventually. It's just low priority for me at the moment.
Playground Panic. How is
It's a
that
good one.
low priority? That
Son?
should never be low priority.
Dorayaki. Extra fancy.
Honestly, there's I like some of the other heat actions a little too much.
Genda Law Office.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, but
Changed much these
Yagami is really bad at generating meter.
Hello, Yagami-san.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you
Like
there.
there's a skill that makes up for that immensely, but it's gonna take a little bit because you're gonna want like 2,000 SP to really get it going.
Right,
So I
right.
hear you're good. Pass the bar.
I can already tell you though we have that before the end of chapter 1, so
How'd you end up in this dump?
don't worry, I'll show off a lot of a lot of EX moves.
I hear you over there, Yagami.
Evening, Genda Sensei. Other than my real dad, there's 2 people I look up to like a father. Genda Sensei's one of those people. He gave me a job here, before I'd even gotten out of law school. Shintani Sensei out for the night?
I can't keep track of that boy. I'm sure you're happy, though. You don't have to deal with him.
Huh?
You two can't stand each other. You hate each other's guts. Be honest with me here.
Hold on now, Shintani's like a mentor to me. So, about that job you have.
If you really want that job, you're gonna have to get along. So show your senpai a little more respect.
Oh, Genda Sensei. I got you some dorayaki. Just sit right there, I'll grab you one. Huh? Sorry? Did you eat them all?
Man, that was fast.
All but half. Hope you don't mind.
So yeah, Saori has a bigger sweet tooth than Genda does, supposedly.
Say, Saori.
Well, that's a good thing she's
lined up for me.
nice because
Nope.
Genda would fire her.
I know you're looking for work, Yagami-san, but asking you for favors feels strange.
Alright, let's get down to it.
So, what are the chances you've got some work for me, Genda Sensei?
Work, huh? How long you gonna keep doing this to yourself, Yagami? You know how dangerous this city is.
Wouldn't be many cases for me if Kamurocho was a safe place.
Uh-huh. Cases like collecting debt for the Yakuza?
Hey, better that than no work at all, am I right?
You call that detective work? You're practically a mercenary.
Fine by me. I was never too hung up on being a detective anyway.
Listen, Yagami.
Yeah?
You ever thought about becoming a lawyer again?
I haven't.
And why's that?
Take a good look at me, Genda Sensei.
3 years ago, something happened. Actually, you
These eyes
were
are
there.
exactly the best judge.
Yeah.
Why am I telling
I
you?
made that clear 3 years ago.
So yeah, before this game came out, I didn't actually know why Yagami
Knock it off, Yagami.
stopped being a lawyer. I always assumed he
Emmy was tragic, yes.
was basically
It
disbarred,
wasn't your fault.
but instead
Doesn't matter.
he doesn't trust himself to
I never
to trust clients after what happened with Okubo,
Right.
which I
Yeah,
think
well,
is actually, yeah, I don't blame him either. But I think that's a
The guy's
pretty
got a
striking
face,
reason.
You know?
Mhm.
Keeps me distracted from Emi-chan and all that.
And he just kind of throws himself into his work to distract himself from it all, just running away from his past.
About a
the
divorce
guilt.
case. I
Yeah.
have some evidence that needs collecting. It'll be the usual deal. Stake out a love hotel, snap some photos, tail the guy, dig through some trash. You in?
I'm in. A job's a job.
A love hotel, so like a place where you just like cook a meal, and then
I'll
like
send you the
you
details.
give your honey a back rub. You watch some like
Next time, don't bring a
Sex
gift
and the City.
here. Doesn't feel taking them from.
You pay for those places by the hour, so
Anything you say.
Hey, look, just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's bad, right?
I mean, no, but
What else
Usually-
could a love hotel mean?
Genda law office.
well,
Yes.
the walls in Japanese homes tend to be pretty thin, so
Hmm.
Yagami-san.
Yeah, it doesn't make for
Shintani
good
sensei.
Sex in the City viewing.
Apparently,
Yeah.
it's your help gathering evidence for a murder.
Huh?
Since when are we working a murder case?
This is the first I've heard of it, too.
Again.
Go give Shintani a hand, Yagami. This blows that divorce I was gonna send you on out of the water. Been years since we had a murder case.
Shintani Sensei says he's waiting for you at Tender, that bar on Taihei Boulevard.
Tender. I'm there all the time.
Yeah, swipe right.
Just making sure.
no, tender.
Oh,
The bar tender.
tender cash.